Yes, time has come back. We're back again for Shin Pokemon, and it's gonna be a fucking doozy of an evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're strapped in for the shit. Okay, so I have a lot to talk about. That's many things, so many things. I made a list of things to talk about, which I will show here momentarily. Yes. Yes, here. Yes, there we go. Yes. Make it. Fix it. Do it better. Make it faster. Do it better. Make it. Here we are. Yes. Okay. So itinerary. First, we have to grovel for not streaming in like 2 fucking weeks. Secondly, after that is over with, I've got a huge, big thing. It has to do with this. What the fuck is this thing? It has to do with this in the back here. We'll discuss it. And then after that, we've got some mechanical things. Shin. Oh wait, I think I remember the thing now. I don't think it was this though. I think we gotta stop that. For using Shin Pokemon for challenge runs, and then 4.5 will be something about gyms. So that might be just like the progress gate stuff. So that's kind of that's what we're looking at tonight. So let's get into it. And I'm not going to do my usual thing where I try and play the game and talk at the same time, and we get like 7,000 I've been called out on it enough as it is. So shit, that's the wrong window. So we will be we're going to be sitting and we're going to be admiring Vermilion City in all its splendor while I fucking rattle on relentlessly. Okay, so first off, a recap of where we are. We have a whole badge. We've got Polyp, the Bulbasaur. As you can see, he's not dead. We've got Kuka, the Beedrill. She is also undead. We have Doke, who is unfortunately still alive. He will not die. We've got Ducks. We just traded Ducks. And Ducks is a normal standard trade from the game. It's left in, and it does not count towards the Nuzlocke. It's a free bond, basically. And then we've got Anchor, which we just fished out of the bay here. So that's our team right now. Let's go ahead and put Anchor up front so he can die first. We're in Vermilion. We skipped Misty because we don't actually need Cut anymore. JoJo has been so kind as to remove both trees that block progress. This is now a Pokemon. Ellie's Pokemon sunbathing. Its gaze falls on the ship moored in the harbor, so he wants you to go to talk to the captain to get the SSN out of the bay. And I'm assuming that'll move. There's also some dude over sitting on Route 9, so we can't go through Route 9 until we get off of SSN. So more of an organic progress gate than just trying to find something that knows Cut, which could be a challenge with this. So yes, that is where we are. That is what we're doing now. To the groveling, the favorite part of this. And I don't know why I keep doing this because no one has actually given a shit in the last 5 years. But obviously, I was not streaming for 2 weeks. It was just a myriad of things: children's health, my mental health, emotional well-being. You know, just sometimes I would not find the right thing to do, or like I run out of time, or I would get stuck doing something. The last stream, and I'm gonna put myself on a hard limit. I started at 10 o'clock my time, and I'm only gonna go till like 12:30. at the very most, because we had so much shit going on the last stream that it took me literally a week to get that goddamn video trimmed out. It's so much time. And now they're in the shoot, trickling in bit by bit. Eventually, I'm going to get people to like beg me to stop making videos because it's been one a day for like the last 2 months. Yeah, I don't know why I keep going up there. I'm just kind of doodling. So it's like I've wanted to stream, but for one reason or another, I've just not been able to get to it. I put myself back on if rather than when, and I've never left the land of if. I'll stream rather than when I'll stream, because I just don't know, future wise, like how much longer I've got streaming. It's just something I don't have control over. So we're just gonna take it one day at a time. If I can, I can. Great. If I can't, oh well. That kind of nonsense. Okay, now on to the second of the itinerary. Thursday, I could have streamed. Thursday, Wednesday. Last Wednesday, I could have streamed. I had time. I had everything ready. There's nothing stopping me from streaming, and I didn't because I found something. And that's what I'm going to share with you now. And let me... No, we don't want that. We need a second image. Okay. And this is going to take an excessive amount, an absurd, ridiculous amount of explaining. Okay, so I'm going to need you to strap in. We're going to go to some very unhealthy spaces here. Okay, oh my god, what the oh, right, the fucking color's off on that. Hold on. What have I done? I'm going to just remove that. I'm going to remove that was that was Raiden's ass. That was what that was. Oh, fuck, I'm never going to get that back, too. Shit. Oh, well. There we go. Okay. Alright, now, what I found was a very special Nuzlocke comic. And I am going to take some time in my typical stupid fashion and explain to you what a Nuzlocke comic is. Not for those of you my age who grew up in the 2000s and you already know what the fuck I'm talking about because you played Pokemon since you're 8. Alright, just bear with me. This whole section, and again, there's no one in the stream right now. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking to the future people who are watching this. And honestly, I'm talking to, like, the people in 5 years down the line when Google has finally merged with Microsoft and Disney. And we've got this, like, fucking infosphere monopoly. And no one can find anything anymore because everything's just fucking spammed by AI algorithm bots. You know what I'm talking about. It's coming. But, fuck, I'm umming again. Stop it. Okay. I'm going to explain this as if this is the first time you've ever heard of these things existing in your life, and you might, okay? That's for the people I'm talking to. If you know what I'm talking about, you can just blaze right past this section. I'll even try and timestamp it when I clip it. I've not figured out how to do timestamps yet, but I'll figure it out for this, okay? Just bear with it. So I'm doing a Nuzlocke. This is a Nuzlocke right now, right? And I think I actually need to change. I do need to change the stream because I forgot. Randomized Nuzlocke. There. Okay. Fix that. Okay. A Nuzlocke in the yesteryear of like 2009, 2010 was not called Nuzlocke yet. Okay, it was a challenge mode because the forums and the image boards, and all those kind of proto-social network areas that existed back then Um, I might be talking more like 2005, 10. I don't know. You know what I'm talking. The areas before social media became a thing, and social networking. Um, God damn it, it just will not stop. I need to see like a speech therapist or something. Shit. Uh Pokemon was considered easy. And we're talking, this is I think Gen 4 or Gen 5 Pokemon. We hadn't hit Gen 6 yet, because the 3DS hadn't come out. Pokemon was considered too easy. People started making their own rules, and that's where we get Nuzlocke rules from. If it faints, it dies. You can only catch one. You can only catch the first one in a route. Gotta nickname them all so there's something, they're memorable, they mean something to you. You know, that was kind of the basic core set, right? And I think one guy in particular made a comic, and that became the Nuzlocke comic because it was his Nuzleaf that died first, right? And kind of kicked off that. I don't think he was the first, but that was the first one that really picked, like, you know what I'm talking, like getting momentum, like how there's never, like, the first thing's never the one that really gets picked up, like PUBG. It's always Fortnite. There's always like one or two or three down the line that really are the ones that garner public attention, right? And so this whole fad of making your own Nuzlocke comics really burst in, and it wasn't just comics. People would do stories. People would do write-ups. I've done playthroughs on Twitter where I did solo challenges in like kind of a write-up format rather than like making a video, because that was a lot easier for me to do. Actually, it's the only way I can do it because I can't really make videos unless I'm streaming something. You know, and so there's various formats, but the comics were always the most popular because you could, like, you know, read them like a comic. So 2009, 2010, 2011 was about when this whole thing was really kicking off. And since then, it's kind of died off. I think people are still doing them, but a lot of the artists from back in that time either wrapped up or put a pin in it and never came back, you know, and they disappeared. And the sad thing of the 2000s, mid 2000s, and early 2010s is we're beginning to lose a significant chunk of the stuff because we didn't archive it properly, right? We didn't put in fail safes for if a website loses its web address and everything that was hosted on it's gone. You know, that kind of stuff. We're centralizing archives now, but we're only really setting them up for DMCA targets. You know, that kind of stuff. So a lot of things are disappearing just because we never thought we'd actually need to stop and put them somewhere else, or someone has it but we haven't heard from that person in 20 years. You know, that kind of stuff. Or like the worst, I think, egregious thing of all is Discord. I think Discord is a really bad thing for the internet, because all of these communities that were once public that you could find and join and look at what they're doing and what they have to offer are now going into these private servers where you have to know someone like who knows how to get in and knows someone who will vet for you. You know, it's like they've all sequestered themselves back into these little back rooms, and no one shares anything anymore. You know, like the archive Discord that someone was nice enough to invite me to, where I actually met JoJo. They put it on Reddit, and like within like a week, the guy who owned that Discord quit, and we've not heard from him since because of internet drama. You know, it's that kind of shit. It happens. Anyway, so that's what a Nuzlocke comic is. A lot of people would take these experiences, and this was like, you might be wondering, like, okay, why didn't they just like have a video or do a stream? This was before streaming. Okay, we didn't have streaming yet. We had Justin TV. We had like very stupidly basic ways of streaming video games, and it was like at 240p's. and 5 frames a second. All right, and we had microphone audio quality that was worse than this, if you can believe it. All right, it was bad. Things didn't work. And again, a lot, even if they did, and I'm sure a lot of them did, if they did, those streams are gone. Justin TV did not have an archive. They had no way of archiving your former stream. So unless you were recording your stream at the same time as you're playing, I think XSplit, was that what we used to use? Or was it, no, Livestream had their own app or something. I don't remember. I used to, like, this was 2013. I tried streaming. That was over 10 years ago. Oh my god. So again, a lot of this stuff's just been lost to time. It's really hard to find them now. So enter this, and I'm gonna make this bigger. I'm gonna make this big, so everyone can look at it. This is a Nuzlocke comic that I just happened to stumble upon last week. All right, and it has consumed my life since then. And I want you to stop, and I want you to look at this, and I want you to understand when I'm saying this with 100% honesty and 100% I'm forgetting the word, genuine, like you know what I mean, genuine. I'm being fully candid, cards on the table, not a bit, not a meme. I'm not trying to fucking be a funny man here. I'm not trying to like say something controversial or say something stupid for the internet brownie bucks. Okay? This is, to me, one of the best pieces of Pokemon-related fiction. And I'm not saying that it's not fan fiction, not fan-based, not fan-created. Fiction, period. Putting it against the movies, putting it against the anime, putting it against the books, putting it against the manga. All of it. This hits something nothing else comes close to. And you're looking at it, alright? You're looking at the cover. You say, boy, that looks like it was made by 12. It probably was. Alright? This was 2011 this came out. It probably was. And it kind of hits into those Nuzlocke tropes a little bit at the beginning of, like, Nuzlocke's comics, they have to be edgy. They have to be blood and gore, lots of swearing. Like, everyone's stupid. You know, you gotta be comedic, you know? This was the thought process at the time. You know, these were teens becoming adults looking at children's games and trying to figure out, okay, well, what happens when a wild Pokemon faints? It doesn't go to a Poke Center, so is it just dead? What happens when a Voltorb explodes? You know, like, these were the questions were asked because there was just limitations in the game we couldn't really deal with. And so they filled it in with, you know, oh, it blew up. It literally blew up. There's nothing left of it. It's gone. There's fucking fragments in the stratosphere of gore, you know, like, what happened with the guillotine, you know, like these kinds of things, these thought processes, because we couldn't just let childhood things be. We had to apply edgier, more mature subject matter to them, and unfortunately, when we connotate edgy, mature subject matter, we think gore, we think swearing, we think sex, nudity, you know, all of those really titular things, but we don't really think about hard questions, or questions that can't be answered, or dealing with things that are hard inside, you know, that kind of stuff, like, so it starts with that. I need you to go read it, okay? And I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to the process of reading that, because it's a fucking process, okay? We're going to get there. We're going to get there. But you need to understand. This is, like, it's my obsession right now. It's so fucking good. It's, like, and I'm not saying it's bad. It's not, it's so bad, it's good. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying it's so good. It's fucking good. Okay, it's good because it's good. It's not good because it's funny. It's good because it's good. All right, it's genuine. It's real. It's good. Someone put their emotion into this fucking comic. This guy, whoever I've got fucking links to shit. I'm gonna try and figure out a way to put them places. Like, I'll let you know whoever this is, and I'm gonna tell you now. I don't think he or she or whomever. I don't think they're in this anymore. Okay, they finished this in like 2020. It took them 9 years to finish this comic, and I'm so glad they did. But I've looked around for them to figure out who they are, where they are, what they're doing now, because I want to read more of what they have, and they're like nothing that they've done since then is anything to do with Pokemon. Okay, I think they're done with this. I think this was just a personal like an act of love, and then it's gone. You know, that kind of deal. So I'm not gonna harass or hassle this individual or any kind of form. Um, Beyond one fucking thing, and it's not even really a big thing. Well, it's kind of a big thing, but it's not like you need to go back and finish. Like, you need to make more of this. I want you to make more of this. Do more Pokemon, please, please, sir. I want some more. You know, like not that shit. Um, and if I sound unhinged, because I am, like I need you to understand the depths of where this goes to for me. Okay, this is such a good fucking comic. Um, it deals with emotion and like there's like, oh my god, I'm trying to collect my thoughts here. I just keep getting so scrambled brain. Give me a second. So Nuzlocke comics are good for two things. Well, three. We'll go with three. Okay. So a lot of these artists are amateur artists. Like, there are webcomics out there, and they're webcomic artists, and their shit is absolutely fucking like, it's better than anything that's actually been put to print. You know, like Unsounded, Gone with the Blast Wave, Kill 6 Billion Demons, that fucking nutty Nordic one. Like, there's these guys out, and these people out there who are so talented in what they do. Um, how do I segue from this shit? I've boxed myself in. So there's no limit to what a webcomic artist is, but a lot of these people are considered amateurs still, right? So a lot of webcomic artists are amateurs. A lot of Nuzlocke comics were very much amateurs because this was just a side thing for them. This was a project, just something they wanted to do to get it out there. So they would host. I can say it's fuck me. I'm just gonna say some of this shit was not good. Okay, some of shit was not the fucking best on the planet, and there's not like I'm trying to not sound like a fucking asshole when I talk about this because I'm not the best artist myself. All right, I'm an artist, but I'm not good. I understand that. There is a degree in art to what the artist is trying to convey to you and what you interpret. Okay, and that, like, at the far fucking end of that shit, we've got like the postmodernist era where it's like a blank canvas or someone splashed paint and you're standing there trying to look pensive, not seeing a fucking thing because there's like this 3 paragraph fucking scrawl underneath it of what the artist had intended. You go, okay, there's that side. All right, then we've got like photorealism on the other, where you can look at it and you can tell the artist was trying to represent a photograph with paint. You know, there's those two, like, comprehension, I guess is a good word for it, comprehension. And even if you're not like a professional artist, or you don't draw much, or your art's just not the greatest on the fucking planet, you can get away with having plenty of comprehension, even when art is simple, right? And then, like, we're thinking about comic strips, and like Sunday comics, like Doonesbury, Or one of my favorite webcomics now I found is called Freefall. This guy's been like doing this shit from like the 90s. It's an ancient fucking comic, but he's been updating. He updates 3 days a week to this fucking day. The absolute maniac. Because his art style is very simple. His colors are very basic, and he does 3 panels and no more, right? He doesn't get artsy fartsy. He doesn't make giant fucking animated GIFs. He doesn't try and turn them into like Flash when Flash was still a thing. It's just 3-panel comics, very basic, understandable, and he still tells us fantastic story. Okay, so you can tell a fantastic story with simple art. All right, I like simple art. I love simple art. It's great. It's good stuff, right? Um, there's still some Nuzlocke comics I have a hard time stomaching because the art's just like there's simple art telling a good story, and then there's like this looks like a 6-year-old drew this. Still, like an adult drew this, but it's still got some stuff that's like triggering like these like this gag this gag reflex in my brain. It's like I'm reading a kindergartner's work and there's blood everywhere. The people are swearing. You know, it's like that, right? So there's that realm of a person's trying their very best, but their skills are just not matching their intent. All right, so there's that one there. Okay, 2, and oh boy, are we gonna get into it. We gotta talk about the places that these people purviewed before, and I'm gonna say it's just DeviantArt and everything that implies. And you get, you know what I'm talking about with like Sonichu or I don't even want to say the other one. I don't even want to put those words into the air, but you know what I'm talking about, where the art is not made for a purpose beyond like exploitation. You know, like this is someone's kink. This is someone's fetish in comic form. And there's some of that in Nuzlocke. You gotta like, every once in a while you'll get one of those comics. And like, this is not that. I'm gonna tell you right now, this is absolutely not that, period. And then the last part, the one is again the edgy, like just like we need to take Pokemon and reimagine it. We need to reimagine it into a more edgy and mature subject matter, and I've just now realized the irony of that with Pal Worlds just came out. It's great. So that's kind of like the 3 dimensions of Nuzlocke comics. And there's a fucking meme out there, and I kind of wanted to find this before I started up. It was like it's like 2 panels, and it's like the very start of the fucking webcomic is just simple art, simple gags, you know, that fine shit. And then like the end of the comic, and it's a fucking like battle with God, and everything's fucking beautiful, you know, like the escalation, not just of like the fucking story, but the artist's creativity and the time they had to put into it, just like exponentially expanding. And I'm going to tell you, like, the art is good, okay? The art is fucking good, and it gets better, all right? This isn't this art sucks, and it gets better. Like, this art is good. This is good work. It's good art. It borders on simplicity, but, like, the fucking watercolors that this guy does, like, look at this. This is another cover for one of the chapters, like, and it's gorgeous, you know, like, and you can tell who everybody is. Like, that's a Nidoqueen, that's a Wartortle, that's a Victory Bell, that's a Fearow, you know, like he was able to clearly convey what he wanted, and on top of that, do it in a very, very gorgeous fashion, you know, and the art style is unique. It's good. The emotions he's able to convey is amazing. Like non-verbal cues you pick up on Pokemon's faces, like expressions, like there's just tropes that Nuzlocks have to have, like the Pokemon have to talk, so the player has someone to talk to, banter with, and go back and forth. You know, the Pokemon talk. They usually have human emotions and human rationale, and when other Pokemon die, they mourn them. They're sad, you know, and like that happens a lot in this, and you feel it, you know. And I'm not gonna go into the fucking weeds tonight with this. That's gonna be tomorrow. I'm gonna do that on Twitter. I'm gonna make a fucking. I'm gonna unload everything I love about the comic. I'm gonna go over every fucking character, every fucking Pokemon. Okay, every fucking one, and what I loved about them. Okay, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be terrible. You should just stay off Twitter tomorrow. Okay, just don't go near it. It's gonna be bad. I'm going to let loose the mental diarrhea on this fucking webcomic because it's just so fucking good. It deserves to be known. All right, it deserves to be. This deserves to be at the level of Nuzlocke itself, the actual comic. This needs to be one of those ones people immediately think of. Okay, that's how good this is. Um, and that brings us into the next problem. Of you might be asking, holy shit, this sounds good. You've won me over. You've got me. Okay, how do I go read it? And that's the problem, bro. Cause it's on DeviantArt. It's on the Nuzlocke forums where you can still find most of the surviving Nuzlocke comics. Now, I talked about this with the creepypasta hacks, the Pokemon Black hacks, um, back on Halloween. How we've lost a significant chunk of this fan-made stuff because no one has bothered to fucking keep it, you know? They're like, oh, ha, this kind of fucking sucks, and we immediately bend it, thinking that someone else would have it, and no one has it, you know? It's just gone. It's gone for good. A lot of these comics are the same way, where they're all hosted on, like, PhotoBucket, and then PhotoBucket disappeared, and all of the fucking digital copies of these comics are gone, and the person who drew them just like he threw the pages away, so they're gone for good. You know, that kind of shit. So there's the Nuzlocke forum, and the Nuzlocke forum for this particular comic goes back to DeviantArt. And because this is a mature comic, because there's a lot of mature themes and things happening in it, you need an account. That's number one. So you gotta go make a DeviantArt account, which I know you already have, you fuckers. Do not lie to me. The big issue is it's on two fucking accounts. Like, it ends on one and picks up on the other. And I'll be completely fucking honest. My big fucking crusade this last week has been just trying to track down every page. I have all the pages saved now, I think. I've got them all. And I'm going to figure out where I can put them. And I'm willing to make like 27 fucking Imager bot counts just to upload the whole thing in its entirety and keep it visible where people can read it and enjoy it, because it deserves to be read and deserves to be enjoyed. So there's DeviantArt, and I'm going to say that's probably the most forward. The artist had initially put the entire thing on a website, like Smack Jeeves or something, and Smack Jeeves disappeared, like it shut down. So that's gone. So that was the first place you could have read the whole thing in one spot. It's now gone for good. The next one is he put it on another one, like Comic Fury, I think, is the next site. But he only went up to like chapter 83 out of 114. Or page 83 out of 114. So there's like the last half of the book, or last half of the comics just gone. Like, it's not there. And he hasn't uploaded anything in 3 years. So I kind of want to reach out and say, hey man, listen, I know you're a busy guy and you probably don't even think about this anymore. Could you just sit down for like an hour and finish this for us, please. Like, we don't want to lose it. We want to keep it going. It was amazing what you did. Just, just put the rest up, please. It's like 40 pages. Come on. Or let someone else do it, okay? Because the last option we have, children, the furries. Because Pokemon is furry stuff, and they archive they're doing such a much better job of archiving shit because of their niche fetishes and degeneracy that they have the entire comic, and that's where I found it. I found the entire fucking comic on, was it 923? And if you need any more help going that route, looking for it, just come to me privately on Twitter or YouTube, or you can send me messages on Twitch now, I guess, like when I'm not streaming. Like, I've got some fucking gamer girl ethot bot things trying to sell me a car warranty or something. There's ways to get to me, and I will guide you where you need to go. But I'm not going to say it here, because I've already sunk myself as it is, alright? I'm hoping that 40 minutes in, no one of any consequence is listening to this anymore. But the fact is, like, it's getting hard to keep this together, and like, that's not just this, it's everything, right? We just had another emulator site get the takedown hit. It's getting hard. Things are getting bad. So yeah, it's a hard life. I will provide as much, like, I'll find the artist's Twitter, the artist's Tumblr. I'll put them in there because he put them in the last page of the comic, and it seems like he's more active on Tumblr than Twitter. Amazingly, I have no idea anyone's still there. If you're curious about what they've been doing lately, yeah, you owe it to yourself. Set aside like a day or two. It took me about a day to read the whole thing. It's like 500 pages, I think, and some of them are like big long pages, like several pages put together into one giant fucking PNG. Go read it. Ignore the bile that comes out of my mouth tomorrow. Come back after you've read it. We can have a good discussion. You can sob tears with me. Good God. I mourn this guy's Beedrill. Okay, I want you to understand that. Like, these weren't just Pokemon. These were characters with actual motivations, with actual flaws. They got angry with each other. They loved each other. Like, this was a story about people, not just Pokemon. It was amazing. I'm trying not to. I'm not. It's the best story ever. I'm not gonna fucking throw that out there. But like, because I don't want you going in like expecting Titanic and you get like a fucking Steamboat Willie or some shit. Like, it's good. Okay. I implore you to pursue this. I implore you to go out there and look. I've talked for goddamn 40 minutes about this. That should be something. All right. That should be an indicator. This is not just something to blow off. This is not just like, and no one's paying. Again, I'm like, my whole one person watching the stream. You think anyone's gonna fucking shove money at me to shill their shit? No, I'm doing this because I love it, because I want it to be around for another 10 years. And it's like, it's on shaky ground as it is, like everything else. I'm going to try and figure out how I can get the whole thing uploaded to somewhere, one place, where you can watch it without an account, or read it without an account, without trying to log into anything. And I'm just like, I'm realizing the impossibility of that task now, because like Imgur is trying to become Reddit. Reddit is Reddit. The Chan's the Chans. I don't know. I could make a fucking another throwaway Twitter, but no one will see that because it's Twitter. It's like I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out that. That's gonna be my bridge to burn because I want to, you know, I want to ensure that this amazing work is still around. Okay, but that's The Hard Life. Please go read it. Yeah, we're gonna move on. I've tapped myself out. I think that's the right one. Yeah, there we go. If you want to know who my favorite was of the whole comic, it was JoJo the Beedrill, and it's not just because she's a Beedrill. She's the best Beedrill. She makes me sad just thinking about her. I gotta put her away. Okay, so let's talk Pokemon now. Finally, a bit emotionally drained from all that. So that was the big thing. That was the big, huge fuck thing. And we could start actually playing Pokemon. Whew. Okay. So, the next thing, speaking of JoJo, he did an interesting thing, and we kind of touched it, but didn't really get into it. And I spoke a little about it at the beginning of the stream. It's like, it's these things here. He essentially swapped the progress gates out to remove a possible technical issue where if you're doing a randomized Nuzlocke, and because the game already has the rules built into it right here, right? Because those rules are built into the code and you can't get around them, you're not just playing on your own like auto code. Okay, you could hit a point where you're soft locked because you didn't find anything for cut. So his solution was just remove the trees and put in a different progress gate. My question is, why have the gate at all? Right? My theory is, what if we just took all the progress gates out and allowed the player to go wherever they wanted, you know? And that looks different. Oh yeah, anchor's a little bit low for this shit. That's a nice back spray. Polyp? Maybe? Cool. Oh no. Oh, I'm so glad everything's failing. That's gonna look different in different games. Well, that was Polyp, everybody. He lasted 5 fucking minutes into the third stream. Oh my god. Give me a second here. God damn it. Fucking crits. Okay, I had that coming. Progress is kind of weird in a lot of ways. It is kind of an understandable explanation for why no game has ever truly been genuinely open world, in my theory. And that's not to knock anything. That's just to say, like, well, let's take Zelda, for example. At least he's lovely. so fucking mad. I really wanted Paul to be able to do something. I should have just got back up. I should have done. So let's take a dungeon. And okay. Let's take a dungeon in like Zelda, right? Just one dungeon. If it's a linear experience, I don't want to throw Kuka out there. I don't want to lose another one, especially not Kuka. It's linear because the programmers understand what the player has, what the items are available, and then they can plan out the rest of the whole dungeon. What new ability they're going to get, what they need, what puzzles are going to be in there, how quick they can get through it, all that stuff. If you take the linearity out of the equation, you find yourself suddenly needing to account for. Oh, we're done. We're good. No more. We're having to account for a lot more things. Oh, that's actually good. Now we have a 50 power struggle. That still does nothing. Alright. That's interesting. So, if tackle's disabled and then undisabled, you're still gonna struggle. That's neat. Okay. That's a lot. Hoping that's not much. Oh, fuck. Okay. We're not gonna wipe to a lick ton. Ooh. Okay, I gotta sneak by this guy. Holy shit, I lost my train of thought. By removing linearity, you're removing a lot of factors, or you're adding in an exponentially large amount of factors as to the options the player has that you don't have to account for. It just kind of it makes everything goodbye, Paul. Makes everything more complicated, harder to finish, harder to test. All that shit. Particularly with this game, the two main, there's three main progress gates. Number one is the gatehouses. You can fix that by, well, no, it's four actually. Fix that by giving the guy a drink, right? And suddenly you can go back and forth through Saffron. And honestly, like, the whole workaround, like, it really builds the hype to actually getting into Saffron for the first time. And I actually really do dig that, because you go underneath Saffron from north to south, then you go from east to west, and then finally you can get in. And it takes forever. We're just gonna cut through and go back up. So this kind of more falls into like the strength and power of wild Pokemon and trainers would become your progress gate, because there are some unavoidable traders. in areas, and they would essentially, if you're going to leave them without like a scaling level cap of some sort, you would eventually hit something that you can't fight, right? Um, but basically, what I'm getting at is every game is essentially built from the design perspective. It's written like a book. It's linear. It's going from one point to the next. Um, and you can't really deviate from that unless you begin trying to build a more complex system that allows you to accommodate for multiple factors, which was what we kind of have today. Again, going back to procedural generation, you know, now you can have the start point be wherever the end point be, because there's it's overlaid over a fixed path, that kind of thing. It goes back into the whole concept of the necessity of linearity. Like, so let's like, and I had this idea back in basic training. I would get bored really easy in basic because there wasn't a whole lot to do sometimes, and I wanted to keep myself, you know, keep myself occupied. So I would like think about Pokemon, ROM hacks, and all that. I kind of came up with this like almost spiderweb style map where you could pick any of like, I think I had 6 cities on the outside, and then there was like 4 on the inside, and then there was the central elite 4, and there were roads connecting all of them. And no matter which city you started at, there was a level range that got progressively higher until you hit this intersection where, if you wanted to, you could go to the next circle, the next like tier, and the levels begin to rise. But if you went to the next city, the levels would go down again, because you were going back towards the starting area again. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Alright, we're back. Oh, the joys of potty training. Okay. Man, I'm fucking mad about Paul. Like, even thinking about, like, I didn't have him that long, right? I got him, like, fucking 3 routes ago. And we just went to Vermilion. And I don't even think I really used him in that many fights. But still, like, fuck, man. Really could have used him for Misty. It's like going back to that fucking It's a Hard Life. Like, oh my god, I just can't catch a break. Um, um, like even the ones that they weren't around that long, like you didn't even get to know yet, they're like their deaths are still impactful. And like the reason why it's good to like stop and reflect on those is because if you're doing a bunch of Nuzlocks just over and over again, and you just keep losing dudes or having to make those painful necessary sacrifices every once in a while, it gets to the point where you stop caring. You become apathetic to it all. That's not good, you know? Like, even if you're just playing a fucking video game, that can start weighing on your soul. You can't hit that. Just do what I tell you to, Doc. You fucking imbecile. Buffoon. Just do what you're supposed to. But to get back to my my concept of a somewhat balanced map, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna run. Not gonna fucking bother with that shit. One of the things that I always found kind of funny or interesting is that there's this interpretation from this game and that point onward that because Brock's guys were level 15 and Misty's guys were level 23, and so on and so forth. I always thought that dude just had like a giant afro. Didn't realize that was a cave. Oh, I can show you the one dude again. Yeah, here's this guy. Yeah, so he's blocking the way there. And again, once we get done with the SSN, probably not tonight. It's probably tomorrow. He'll probably be gone, and we can move on. It really kind of begs the question: is how far can we get before we do actually finally get to go back and take on some of these gym leaders? But it goes back to just because they had these levels, that was all they had, and they had nothing else. It's like I really like what the I could have used fucking ducks. I forgot Peck quit. I should have switched the ducks. Stop doing that. Don't just use fucking confusion. Oh, kill me, don't. Just die. There, see? See how easy that was? Idiot. Oh my god. These crits are insane. God, I keep getting off subject. Okay. My idea is a gym leader is a expert fucking trainer. They're not just gonna have one level 15 Onyx, right? That's not the extent of their fucking collection. You know, they went through the challenge themselves. You know, they fought the Elite Four. They earned the right to become a gym leader. You know, they don't just have one fucking mod, right? And it's not a shit level because he's the first guy on the fucking on the circuit. They would probably have a collection of Pokemon at various levels with varying amounts of training. And you would come in and, like in the anime, they would pick two and you'd pick two of your guys. And, you know, you would check your levels or how many badges you already had and choose his team accordingly. You know, like if it's the first guy and he sees that your guys are under leveled and, you know, he's probably might pull a punch. Don't die. Fuck. I should have gone with Peck. Holy shit. I should not have taken that risk. God, you know what? I think I'm gonna go a different route. I don't like these fucking licky tons and their stomps. They're critting too much. So they would pull a punch and maybe have like a slightly easier team, you know, something around your level, something palatable. If you're a 7 out of 8, and they already know you're on your way, they're probably they're gonna pull their big league team, you know, like their favorites, the guys they've had since they started, you know, like that kind of shit. How many Pokeballs we got here? 11. Let's see what's in this cave. See what's in here. Oh. Okay. That's different. Abra. I'm a little worried. That's an Abra that knows confusion. Okay, I guess not. That's a new place. It's not. If you had to put something new in, I guess this is a good place to do it. It's a level 21 Abra. Holy shit. I don't really want one. I think we're just gonna keep switching to Doke. Okay. Maybe they don't learn confusion until they evolve. I'm hoping that's the case. This makes this place a lot easier, but I'm not gonna risk fucking Kuka on the idea that they're not gonna use confusion. I'm not gonna do it. Gonna be one of these motherfuckers in here. One of them. I should just switch Kuka. What am I even doing? Why don't I just have Doke in front? Is there gonna be an Abra in here, or a Kadabra? Okay. Yeah, see that? Like, what if that had been confusion? I could have just lost her right then. Another thing back. I guess not. Oh, I got the Paris. The Paris will be named Gene Bowie. Gene Bowie. The Paris. Level 5. What a guy. He doesn't know cut. Oh, I guess he doesn't give me cut. He just gives me Paris. Hold on. You fucking wait a goddamn minute, mister. I'm gonna get you to get fucking Paris. Here, Aber, I want that mime. I want my mime. Oh, yes. We'll get you a fucking Paris or Aber right now, dude. So what I'm getting at is there are ways to design a Pokemon game where non-linearity is more emphasized rather than a set path, right? You want to run that by me again, mister? Sir? What do you mean I don't? What? What the fuck does that mean? Can I not catch an Abra? Oh no, what the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? Hold on a minute. I was kind of hoping JoJo would be by now, but I think we have encountered a problem. What the fuck? Okay, I wanna... Maybe there's something more going on here. There he is. Cocksucker, fuck. I forgot about that. Oh! I forgot it's first encounter only. God damn it. God damn it. Well, that's the only place I can get an Abra, because this is a Diglett. And there's no other place Diglett show up. And I don't get a fucking Mr. Mime. Oh my god, that's terrible. I might actually turn off Nuzlocke mode for 1 fucking second, just to catch one of these fuckers. Oh my god, man. That's fucking terrible. That's horrid. That's vile. What fucking luck do I have? Jesus Christ. Dude, right here. Welcome back, by the way. I don't know how long you've been here, but you may have just missed me talking about one fucking Nuzlocke comic for an hour. It's a Porygon. Have we had a Porygon yet? No, we didn't, because it's got a stupid catch rate. Oh, and it hits like a truck. Anchors away. Oh, he's a rock now. Shit. Oh, you good, man. Okay. I don't know. He's a rock. I have nothing really rocky. Anti-rocky. Except Doke, but Doke will one-shot him. Let's try and, like, not. Oh god, it's terrifying. Okay, that's good. That's good. We just don't need to crit. Okay, that's also fine. I guess you can't sharpen anymore. Yeah, he's fine. No, that's bad. Doke. Doke. Ooh. Alright. Hey. Okay, that could be bad too. Okay, we got a Porygon. Oh, I was wondering what that was. So that means catchable then. Catchable and breedable. Gotcha. Submissive and breedable. Alright. The up and down arrows. They are submissive and breedable. Submissive and breedable. Okay. Alright, we got a Porygon. This is one of my favorite things about, like, randomized. Like, you never get to fuck around with one of these guys, right? Like, by the time you get it in a regular game, you're like, you've either finished the decks and you're doing, like, this is the last one, period, and you're never gonna fucking turn the game on after that point, or you're just like, you're doing some kind of gimmicky ass challenge. But, like, fucking Porygon's have decent stats. Sharp and scary, I'm not gonna lie. Sharpen's pretty fucking spooky. Okay, so takes care of that. Should we grind a little bit? I don't know, man. See, Route 6 has the critting Lickitung Stompers. And we've already lost Paul up to that. And now we've got the Porygons again. And I don't really want to fuck with the Porygons. Like, Anchor can take him, maybe. Like, he's still a bitty boy, but, like... Oh no, they can use Conversion, can't they? Oh, there's a Nidoran. I really hope that's not a Drowsy. See, we can handle this. Wait, what? Whoa. What fucking level do they have double kick? No. Not getting one shot again, no. Hey, what was the... I don't even know if you're still, like... Yeah, I fucking called it. I fucking called it. I knew you would do that. I knew you'd fucking do that. You give him double kick at 14. Fucking called it. What was with the rock in the Diglett Cave? What'd you hide back there? Well, actually, don't tell. Give me wrong answers. I forgot. We're on the wrong answer policy. Tell me exactly the opposite of what's back there. It better not be another fucking clown. Where's the Nidorina at? Oh, okay, cool. We got a few areas still. Got a few chances yet. The French. He's a rock now. Well, I guess we could just do this. It's like, just keep switching the Doke. Oh, he became a fucking Lark. God damn it. Oops. Oh, okay. You... What, like from the rock tunnel? An inaccessible one-way exit from somewhere else. Where would that else be? The only place I can think of is the rock tunnel. But why? It's not a big... Unless you made it bigger. You may have made it bigger, right? I've noticed that. Yeah. You are a fan of those. Is Doke actually listening again? I think we broke him. We may have broken Doke. Okay, that'll just be something we get to, I guess. I don't know. Hey, you. So I had a thought last week-ish. It's gonna be a mistake. Gonna be a mistake. Gonna be a mistake. No, don't like it. I don't like these guys. I don't want to keep her in. He's gonna crit. I don't know, man. I don't like these Porygon, man. Like, too many things crit so easily in the game. Yeah, there we go. No kidding. I was wondering about that. I was thinking, like, if you're gonna put in extra stuff somewhere, Daily Cave Mine will be good. So when we're thinking about, like, the assembly of Pokemon Red, and we're thinking about free space in a map, I was always kind of under the probably wrong interpretation that it was all on one map and all the doors and like ladders just warped you from one spot to another. Are there actually separate maps? So like you have the overworld and then like to the side of the overworld you've got all the interior of the buildings. And that kind of stuff. But what it sounds like you're saying is in here is its own map, and like up there, yonder, is like a bunch of like unused space. Depends on the map, okay. Is it like something fucking kooky where like 98% of the game is its own map and then like one random house interior is its own separate entity? Is it something like that? Yeah, you know, we're gonna go we're gonna go... I don't know where to go, man. There's Kakuna. I could go farm Kakuna. Forgot about that. God. Okay, they're on their own thing. Okay. So that's going more like RPG Maker. You've got one map, and then it's got like a warp to the next map, and a warp to the next map. That kind of like layered shit. No crit. Don't you dare crit. Fucking bird. Mount Moon, floor 2. I kind of figured. Well, you can see the other ones, like with that one. You mean like all the tunnels, or like the actual rooms where you can look into another room from above and see it, that kind of thing. That was a crit. I don't want another one. I gotta switch it out. I don't know who can go. Subby, your turn. That's a good back sprite. Who'd you have do all these? These are good. These are stellar sprite work. Give a shout out. We'll say the name. Yeah, generally Porygon's a pretty fucking, generally a good mon. Like, decent stats. Can't complain. So here's a question for you. All this extra stuff you've put in Shin Pokemon, how much of it can be turned off again? Because I was actually thinking of, just from like the frame rate and the run and the really nice text and all the other improvements, just like quality of life improvements, I was probably going to use Shin Pokemon just as like the general bed for any other challenges I do, or Nuzlocke or something like that. But I'm not sure if you got like extra, like, I mean, I guess I could, but if like you've got a lot of extra stuff, I don't know, that might stymie some people. Game Freak made the back sprites. They're unused graphics that were mostly supposed to be for Japanese Blue. You're kidding me. These are great. These are so much. Why the fuck? Okay, like, I love Gen 1 fucking the sprite work. Like, it's got so much personality. But, like, oh yeah, it's supposed to be going to 24. These are so much better than what we got. Like, you know, like, just this giant fucking blob, thinking about like Onyx or Charmeleon, or like, I just like, some of them didn't make any fucking sense. Like, these are so much better. What the fuck? Oh, there's a Diglett. Okay, I was kind of wondering what the light version was for. So that just turns off all the extra stuff, or the other extra. Okay, so that would be the one, like, if I wanted to do like a fucking challenge run on Pokemon Red, but I still wanted to use Shin for the improvements. That would be the one. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm gonna have to go and actually patch that. Alright, so before you zone out, gotcha. Okay, cool. It's cool that you included that. Like, legitimately, most people don't. When they hack something, they just give you the ISP and that's it. Good luck. You know, and then you can always, like, if something fucks up, you've got the always trying to, well, it worked in my version. You know, that kind of shit. So we spent the first hour of the stream. Oh, Polyp, I'm sorry. We spent the first hour of the stream discussing a particular Nuzlocke comic called "It's a Hard Life." I just found it last week, and I actually burned a night where I could have streamed instead reading it because it was so fucking good. um, So go read it is what I'm saying. Go fucking read that. Like, let me know if you can't find it, because it's getting obtuse. It's one of those ones from 2011, so it's like, it's hard to find now. I'm in the wrong spot, aren't I? I need to be in the other patch of grass. But I shit you not, it's amazing. Like, I've read it twice now. I've got every page I found saved on my phone. And I'm going to try and upload it to somewhere in one place that I can actually, like, people can actually read the damn thing. I have a fucking write-up of a continued edition of the comic. After it ends, you will never see that. Will never see the live day. I will die on my grave with that saved on my fucking phone. No one will ever see that. We will never speak of it. But it's so fucking good. It needs to be read. Go read it. There's a Kakuna. Give me them sweet fucking EXP bucks. I've been thinking a lot about Weedles and Beedrills. And if you're having a bad fucking week, much like I ever do, here's a little piece of trivia. Apparently in the Pokemon, I think it's not the Electric Tail of Pikachu, it's Ash, it's the other one with red and blue, right? Giovanni's there. He's got a Beedrill. And, like, he doesn't just have a Beedrill. This was his first Pokemon. And he has kept his fucking Beedrill, and he loves his Beedrill, and it's, like, his prized fucking possession. And, like, the fact that, like, that can be possible for the Giovanni, Mr. Groundman, to still love his first fucking Beedrill he ever found, like, that's fucking great. I love that. It makes me absurdly guilty. Like, if I could do one thing with a time machine, I would go back to 1998 and tell my past self, whatever you fucking do not overwrite your fucking Pokemon save. Never do it. No matter how many mistakes you make, no matter how much you screw up, never do it. Keep that fucking Blastoise that doesn't know a single fucking water move, alright? Keep it. You will thank yourself in the future, because, like, I'll be completely honest, like, some people are absurdly lucky. Like, they never overrode their save. They never deleted their save files. And their batteries never went out, so they can go back and sit down and play with the same team they had in 1990, or they could even, like, back up their fucking save onto a computer and keep it forever. Like, they can do all that shit. And I can't, because I was a fucking idiot. And I had to start over and over and over and over. And, like, I don't even remember what their names were. I think oh my god, they're even here too, god damn it. You get one stomp and you're out, okay, Kuka? I'm not taking chances. You lucky fucker. Oh, you're gonna have to tell me what their names are. What was your starter? Who would you pick? Like, I think, okay, I remember, oh, god damn it. Either I picked a Squirtle or a Charmander first. I think it was Charmander because he was on the box. But it may have been Squirtle because I really liked Squirtle. It was one of those two. and I think I named them Jason because I liked the Red Power Ranger when Power Rangers was still on, and I had a pet rat. I also named him Jason, and I think I named my starter after the rat, after the Pokemon or after the Power Ranger. So I think, and like I was always under the convention of giving Pokemon. There's your stop. There's your stop. Don't you fucking die. Okay. I'm not gonna risk it. She's confused. I'm not gonna risk it. Um, you know how like fucking Charmander. Oh, okay. Like I gave my Pokemon people names like John, Jason, Bob. You know, like those kind of things. Because that's how we named our cats too, or our cat animals, catimals. Um, so there's convention of just giving them a real name. There's people who make a play on the name, like a Weedle, maybe Beeble, you know, something like that. Um, there's this kind of naming convention I'm going with right now is just like whatever fucking pops into my head. Um, and it may not actually be relevant, so like random, I guess. There's memes where it's like, fuck. Can't think of any names right now. You know what I mean, like joke names. Um, like Lickitung, looking good or something like that. You know, like vulgar. Um, then there's just like you pick a foreign, like something that sounds foreign or a foreign language, and that's the name. Like Sasuke Uchiha or something stupid, you know. Like that's like the 5 naming conventions of fucking Pokemon, and you can never deviate from those. Like no one has ever been able uh to break away from that in their life. There is no other way to name your Pokemon. No one can do it. No one has the creativity to figure out anything other than those 6. Now, I'll tell you something else I did in Sapphire. Um, Sapphire, I figured out breeding finally. Because uh, I had gold version when it was introduced. God, no one's fucking hit this goddamn Lickitung yet. I've swapped out like 4 times. Fucking stop with the supersonics, please. We can't take it anymore. I want to die. I'm about to throw Doke out here. So I had Dragon Warrior Monsters too, and in Dragon Warrior Monsters 2, you can breed anything to anything else. You can breed an 80-foot demon to a fucking pile of slime, and you'll get an egg, right? Technically, you can do that here, but that's besides the point. God, I'm about to be one shot by, like, my whole team's getting wiped by this motherfucker. Okay, good. So obviously in Pokemon you have like other conventions. I couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on, right? Oh, got focus. Okay, you fixed this, right? I forgot. We had this conversation. I think you said you fixed focus energy, right? So in Sapphire, I finally figured out how to breed properly, like what the egg groups and shit were. So I would actually do pedigrees of my Pokemon, where I would give them a first name and a last name, and I would track who bred with who and whose kid that was, and like kind of like tie the egg moves to those. That was kind of fun. Like You couldn't get incredibly creative um, with the whole thing. You could like um, you could have like a 4-letter first name and a space and a 3-letter last name. So, oh my god, yeah, that's good. Um, Train of thought just left. Ooh. I'm actually gonna have to make an effort to get to the Cinnabar lab then before the fucking sun explodes, because at this rate, like, we made no fucking progress tonight, alright? I've caught 2 more Pokemon, I've lost 1. We haven't even touched a single fucking trainer yet. Um, I'm not making any fucking progress whatsoever. Mostly because I spent an hour talking about a fucking, comic. You know, we're done. We're done grinding. These guys aren't getting much experience anyway. I think we're just gonna go. I guess we'll try Route 11 first, and then Ann. So I'm not gonna ask you to give me a fucking detailed itinerary of every fucking thing you've done to add to the game, but so say to get through a normal run of Pokemon Red, it's like 6 hours maybe, right? 3 hours in game time. I've not yet, no. So let's say the average playthrough is like maybe 3 to 6 hours, right? How much more time do you say is now? Like an extra hour, extra couple hours, like what? Now we haven't even been to the fucking end yet. Like, I'm so terrified of Kuka dying. We got Jinbui. We haven't fucking trained him. God damn it. We got a Paris. Oh, it's an Oddish. Got something for you where we come from. I'm gonna get bodied by this fucking Paris. Or this Oddish. Just like that. Just like that, I'm gonna fucking obliterated. Like, this is fucking Exodia. Oh, okay, cool. So I grew up with Red, right? And I've always been on the Red bandwagon. It wasn't until recently that I realized Blue probably is the better game, just for all the really cool, just all the shit they got. Like, they got Meowth, they got Oddish, or not Oddish, they got a Bellsprout, got Magmar, they got some cool shit, Pinscher. And Red, you get Oddish. And I don't like Oddish now, man. Like, I had an Oddish as a kid, and I thought he was cute and shit, but man, I don't like Oddish now. It's a one-trick pony, and that trick is fucking good, you know? mean, for one thing, it's like you got. If you take a Bulbasaur, you don't need an Oddish, right? Because they do the same thing. If you go catch a Caterpie, you don't need a fucking Oddish because they do the same thing. It's like if you have a Paris, you can do most of the things an Oddish can do because you really don't care about poison. Subby's got good special. And we can just do this. Oh, I guess we can't do that. Yeah, I get that. You're also forgetting, roll the fucking, slot machine. And just, like, burn through all your money and turn it into coins. Okay. Subby's not waking up. We're going to Kuka. I don't like that, Sam. I do not like water gun. I don't like it. I don't like crit range. I'm just going with Doke. This is so stressful. And I hate every fucking stream I have to say, oh, you did it to yourself, Faint. You did it to yourself. You could have just done a regular playthrough and you would have been done by now. But nope, you had to do a randomized Nuzlocke hard mode in a game you haven't played yet. Blind. I forgot I had that on. Shit. Is this thing the confusion? Oh, I don't know. Let's go look that up. Let's go look at that. Hold on a second. Yeah, just to suffer. Every night, I feel my arm. The leg I've lost, the people I've lost. It's not like I didn't just call the fucking XOF myself. What was I gonna do? Oh, yeah. Fuck Miller. Such an idiot. I would like to go back and play Phantom Pain again, but like I'm not going to. For like another 5 years. I'm going to force myself to like do some of the games I've never played before I do like a 5th fucking playthrough of Phantom Pain. I'm not going to let myself use the rocket launcher this time. No, just Barrage and Hypnosis. Okay, I think we're alright then. Unless this crits. Oh, fuck. Okay. Woohoo. Okay. You get 1, Kuka. 1. Okay, that was your 1, Kuka. That was it, Kuka. That was your 1 shot. You're out. I guess Ducks. You know what I love? now that Death Stranding 2 has been announced and it looks just as fucking ridiculous as everyone expected it to be, because it's a Hideo Kojima projection. Like, there's this new fucking, like, this new argument that's come out, just out of the fucking woodwork, that, like, yeah, Death Stranding's absurd, it's incomprehensible, but that's because it's meant to be. We didn't want to play it because we wanted a good Hideo Kojima story like in Metal Gear Solid 2. No. We wanted wacky antics in Norman Reedus and the Electric Fetus. And we're getting a second one, and now we have fucking Marilyn Manson and electric guitar, like a literally electric guitar. And it's like, that's what we wanted all along. That's the fun of the game, is its absurdity. Well, that's spooky. Just fucking die. What the fuck? It's like, that was never what anyone was saying. Like, the folks who are like digging into that particular slice of cake, like, are like, I feel like they're trying to forget just how underwhelming Death Stranding was, because Hideo Kojima was finally free of Konami, and he could make whatever the fuck he wanted. So we all wanted like another Snatcher or another Metal Gear, and he gave us the fucking Postal Service simulator. You know, it's like, I don't. Yeah, exactly. It's like we want fucking nanomachine vampires and all this fucking this wacky. Well, no, that was even fucking 2. 2 had actual fucking a dude named actually goddamn Dracula. Where the fuck am I going now? What am I doing? We got Jinbui up front. I'm keeping Jinbui. Listen, you gave me this trash Pokemon. I'm gonna tell you now, Paris is fucking amazing. Alright? Paris is a phenomenal fucking little dude. He's got such high attack. Like, no one fucking, everyone sleeps on this fucking, like, this, like, you put a Paris and a fucking Rattata in a room, and that fucking Paris is gonna eat him for breakfast with Scratch alone. It's that fucking episode of the anime, or the cartoon. I'm gonna call it the cartoon, because it was a cartoon thing. The fucking episode of the cartoon where he's a skittish little shit. It's like, no, you give him Slash, he'll fucking take you places. He's gonna take you exactly where you want to go, and that's the fucking Pound Town. And then he's gonna lose his mind because you let him evolve into a mushroom. Gen 1 was fucked up, man. Like, you remember that shit with the fucking scholastic ass Pokedex? Is like, oh, there's no evil Pokemon, just bad people who train them wrong. Where it's like, every Pokemon is a pet. Everyone wants to be loved. It's like, okay, you've got Fuffball, the Eevee here, right? He's like a little fucking Pomeranian. Then you've got the pile of living shit that kills the plant life everywhere it walks and made out of actual human fucking feces. You've got the fucking gas bomb, the fucking mustard gas Pokemon, who will explode because his skin's like paper thin. You've got the actual Mimic that will detonate itself regardless of how much attack it has. It will just fucking explode if made contact with. You know, like, those things are definitely the kind of things you want your 10-year-old to be raising as a fucking pet, right? Like, never mind the rest of the weird shit, like the 28-foot fucking dragon that your fucking goldfish turned into. Like, no, this was fucking body horror. There was horror to this. There was no fucking like, if you're gonna make a fucking game, you want the fucking things to be pets, make them pet-sized. How about that? Make them little. Make them something that if a human being had no other option but to take that piece of shit by the tail and revert to the Neolithic era and fucking whirl it around its head while whooping like a fucking crane and murder it in a single shot that you could, okay? Like, you have to give humanity the edge in some regard. Size, intelligence, fucking anal sphincter circumference. Like, just give them, like, we have to have some edge. Because otherwise you hit this fucking weird paradigm of like, okay, he's got a fucking laser beam for a move. Why is like not half this fucking planet completely leveled? Because these things just fly around, right? Like, if there's fucking fire Pokemon everywhere, why is not everything on fire constantly? Why do we have a power plant if there's electric Pokemon? We can just hook a fucking wire up to them. Oh yeah, I forgot about it, yeah. He fucking ripped his soul out. No, wait, was he dead? I think he was dead for a minute. Yeah, Parasect is so fucking good. Oh my god, I could go on for ages about fucking Parasect. Slash? Like, that's one of those ones, like, we talked about it last time, how, like, there's some mons that you don't want to have fucking crit. Because they're, like, you can just boost them into fucking oblivion. Like, Parasect is one of them. Parasect's low base speed actually works for it. Oh yeah, man, I'll be honest, I haven't seen the first movie in fucking years. I remember the scientists got blown up. We got to see the fucking Don Fan, or is it Don Fan? Whatever, the fucking, like, one of the first Gen 2 Pokemon we got to see. And then Ash got turned to stone. Those are my key memories from the first one. Man, there's something fucked up with Ash. Like, okay, have you seen that fucking picture where he's just like, he can casually pick up, "Are you not dead? Are you still here? We're talking. This is an A and B conversation. You can see yourself out. Thank you." Have you seen that picture where it's like, it's fucking Ash just casually picking up these creatures, and someone put the actual weights next to all of them, and they're hundreds of fucking pounds. It's like someone either forgot a key detail, or Ash is just like, he's not human. What was that last? The one before they fucking retired Ash. With that fucking ghost shit. God, what was that fucking thing called? Challenges or something? Like, I can't watch new Pokemon. I have to go and find the shit from 20 years ago, because, like, it had actual writing, you know? Like, it's a night and day fucking difference. I'm not even a fucking huge fucking fan of Pokemon. I say playing a Nuzlocke of Pokemon. Listen, okay. First episode of the first season of Pokemon, or like the first couple ones, Ash and Misty are constantly fucking yelling at each other, calling each other names, hitting each other, being generally antagonistic. And it works really well because Ash is an idiot and so is Misty. It's like, it works. There's conflict, but it works, right? It's good conflict. It's good characterization. Because they grow from it. Because they become closer as a result of it, right? Fucking I don't even know, like, Gen 4, something around there, like, they stopped having conflict. Like, they were like, Ash is no longer an idiot. He's just there, right? He's not even a fucking character, but he's just along for the ride. Like, he's part of the audience, right? Like, he doesn't do anything. anymore. He just stands there and smiles and like, oh, is there a problem? Well, we can do this and figure it out. And then they do it, and that's the fucking episode. And still, Team Rocket's here for some fucking reason. They're still here. Oh, I got extra money from payday. I like that. Okay, listen. I really like that idea. I like the idea that they're fucking just a bunch of bullshit made up, because if they're real, they're some of the most horrifying shit I've ever heard in my life. Okay? Like, they can't be fucking real. These are just fucking... Like, I like the idea that these are just some weird-ass animals that do weird-ass shit. Okay? I don't want Drifloon to exist in the same planet I exist on, alright? I don't want it. I don't want to be anywhere near that. I don't want the implications of what that means. Alright? That's like some fucking edgy 10-year-old's fanfic. Because they saw a balloon monster. I guess it's Kuka's turn. I don't know. I'm giving her every opportunity here. I don't want her to get one shot. Like fucking Cubones. Alright? Cubones. Every Cubone, every Cubone is wearing the skull of its dead mother. Logistically, does that make any fucking sense? Every single one lost its... Oh, fuck, it's Bellsprout. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe we can out-crit it. I don't know. Everyone shut the fuck up. Okay, does that cancel out my focus energy if I get wrapped? I think it does. Oh, wait, no. No, you fixed it, didn't you? You fixed how critical hits work with, No, put it back! Put it back! I don't want that. I want the first hit to crit and then everything else to follow up to do the same shit. I love Gen 1. Okay. My daughter watches the old seasons. I find it hilarious how many times Jesse and Jane just casually change clothes in front of each other. Yeah, no, yeah. Like... Oh my god, like... I don't even know how to begin with those two. They're like literally on this existential journey where like they're not part of Team Rocket. They haven't been part of Team Rocket in fucking decades. Like they're still running around after Ash trying to get the Pikachu. Stop with the rap, you little cunt. For 2 fucking seconds. Nope. Nope. You give that back. Wrap him. Wrap his ass. Fine. God, what a nightmare. Back to Ducks. Like, they have no reason for doing special clause NPC for trapping moves. Was that back in Viridian City? What did I set for that? Was that on or off? That was the cooldown, right? Like, you couldn't do multiple in a row. Is that what I'm thinking of? And I turned that off because I'm an idiot? Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the one. Oh, he gave me a lot of money. Shit. But yeah, Jesse and James, like, they have absolutely no reason for continuing to be there. And yet they are. And it's like, it's like... it becomes a case study almost, you know, of like, what do you do when your purpose is gone? That's right, okay. I'd probably turn that off. He was like, oh, I don't need to worry about that. Jin Booty. I'm low-key keeping Paris because he's like the only grass type I have. I've always like, even in like the newer seasons and episodes and shit, like the Team Rocket episodes are like fucking strong. What the fuck was one I was watching? I think it was a Ditto one. Like they did like just another Ditto fucking episode. Was it a Ditto? They just like they ran into some Pokemon and it decided to hang around with them. And they had a good time with it, and they all grew from it. It was like, that was just a good fucking episode. I think it was a. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? Oh, God. I think that was a Ditto episode. No, 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 no. Yes, yes, yes. Crit him. Hurt him. Make him suffer. He just doesn't give a shit. He just doesn't care. Absolute fucking lunatic. Oh, speaking of Ditto. Uh... You're fucked. You're so fucked. Oh, Mankey. What was the My Mankey green text? No, I don't remember that. I'm trying to figure out if you've activated some kind of fucking sleeper cell code. Like, how many years ago was that? Okay, fought these two. I fought this guy. 2010. Shit. Oh my god. I'm gonna sit here. No, you know what? I'm gonna go to fucking bed tonight. And like 4 in the morning, I'm gonna like jolt out of bed. Like, ah, fuck, I remember it now. But alright now. If you can find it, send it to me. But that's probably fucking gone with the wind. Like most things. Oh, you have it. It just said there it is. Let's see here. Fucking Imager. I hate Imager so much. Just had to have a fucking image sharing. That's all you had to do. What the fuck is this? I don't remember this. Oh my god. Fuck off, Imager. I wanted to read that. It's the worst fucking website on the planet. Imagine simp. Oh my god, this is huge. Imagine simping to be fucking Reddit. What a horrid existence. Okay, so it's like God, this is 2010's humor. Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, I think I remember now. That was probably never one that stuck with me. I remember Mudkips, and that's all we're gonna say about that. Why am I still fighting this thing? Oh, I don't know what to do. What does a level 18 Shelter have? Like, my only saving grace right now with some of these is the move pools for the ones that we aren't supposed to find in a while aren't as bad. No, not Cloister. Okay, so he doesn't have a fucking water move, so we can throw Anchor at him. Unless he does, and you're using the fucking yellow moveset, or you decided to say, fuck it, we Gen 3 now. Level 8 water gun. Because I almost lost Anchor to a fucking Nidoran earlier. So I think I started this thought, and then I completely got derailed. We're talking about linearity and non-linearity, and what the implications of, like, how you change those trees to people, or like just a a progress gate. Um, like, what if you just took out all the fucking progress gates? Like, what would that really impact? Like, you'd have access to some places early, yeah, but it would come to levels then, right? Kind of, because Gen 1's a little bit fucking screwy with its levels, and everything seems to bottom out after fucking Route 11. I don't like this. God, Kuka, you fucking brilliant little bitch. Just kill him, please, for the love of God. Yes, more. Please. Please deliver. Oh, you fuck, come on. Oh, I don't want to do another one because he's so close. Ah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, this game particularly, like, there's the gatehouses. Oh my god. Oh, this is no fucking okay, dope. It's probably no supersonic. There's the gatehouses, there's the Snorlax, there's the trees, and there's Surf, right? If you get rid of all of those and make some kind of alternative for all of them, uh, you can pretty much go wherever you want to go, and there's really nothing that gets impacted by that, and like that's okay, you know, like maybe there'd be some like pathing optimization where you would go like immediately to Celadon and buy a fucking evolution stone or something, or well, you couldn't even do that because you wouldn't have any money by then, you know. It's okay. um I've got one example. God, that wiped my whole fucking team out. I've got one really good example of how you can turn a linear game non-linear without changing much, and that's is it called A Link Between Worlds? It's the 3DS remake of A Link to the Past, right? And the only thing they did was they added a fucking store where you could turn in one item in exchange for another, right? And that's really just what the fucking boomerang was in the Link's Awakening, right? You traded one item in for another. And then you could just go and use it and then come back and like trade it out again. And it's like, that's a really good way if you're going to use item based progress gating. So, obstacle based, where you have the solution as an item, that's a really good way to figure that one out, you know? You can also do skill based too. Like, here's another one. Again, Link to the Past. Oh, you can just find these wherever. What the fuck was I doing? Why'd I trade Wicker for one? If you can just get them. It's a fucking ripoff. So A Link to the Past has no Rock's Feather, right? There's no way to actually jump. But you can still clear gaps by either bombing yourself across or by running into something in the right path, like in the right direction, and the recoil would send you over, right? Like, those are skill-based solutions to an obstacle, which is a hole. And it's always been my philosophy. Oh, he does. It's always been my philosophy. Like, if the options to putting in an obstacle for a player, to either let the player use a skill-based technique to get over it, or to just give them an item that automatically fixes it, let them do the skill. Because even if they can't do the skill yet, it'll give them motivation to do so. You know, it's like rocket jumping in TF2 as well. It's like, if you don't rocket jump, Soldier is a pretty slow fucking class. If you do rocket jump, he is the fastest class in the game, or the most mobile. You know, barring everyone else that can rocket jump as much as he can now, I guess, which is the thing. But anyway, you know what I mean, right? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, I thought I found him already. Uh, Skill-based techniques are always probably better. Nah, I mean, like, I'm not a big Mario guy, so I know about like fucking Kaizo blocks. That seems a little scummy to me, you know. Like, I'm not gonna say don't Kaizo block people, but like, give them an opportunity to learn a new skill in a game, and your fan base will be exponentially happier for it, or more pleased with themselves. That's what I'm saying. It's like in Nuzlocking, how you have to learn how to pivot and sacrifice in a timely manner. What am I fighting? I just realized I didn't see. Fuck. Start you. Shit. Level 17, does it? What does it know? I do not know. What can it do? It knows water gun. Okay. Subby. Go be a subby. You know, if he, it'd be nice if he actually did a fucking water gun, because now I resist it. Oh. There we go. Thank you. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. Ah, that was definitely worth the whole setup. Yeah. No. Who else? Who can take a special hit? I mean, not terrible. Better than fucking Kuka, I bet. Yeah. Gene Buoy. So is it every trade Pokemon has better stats than normally caught ones? Like, I always knew about ducks, but there's actually like two or three trainers that'll swap you a Nidoran. Fuck. Fuck me. Not fucking ducks, man. God fucking damn it. It's been a horrid fucking night. God damn. Ugh. No, not ducks. I felt my fucking soul leave my body there. God damn you, fuck. Shin Master Branches, every Pokemon given directly to you, not acquired through battle, will have higher than average DPS. Okay. Not tonight. I don't know. Not tonight, but some other night when I probably tomorrow or something if I'm alive. I'd like to see if you can give a shot at explaining stat experience to me. Because I kind of get it, but I also don't get it in the fucking slightest. Not tonight. You don't have to do it tonight. But stat experience has always been kind of like a fucking Achilles heel of mine. Like, I can basically do damage calculations in my head at this point. I've got the stats of most Pokemon memorized. I'm beginning to figure out the function to actually calculate stats to level. But I cannot for the life of me figure out what the fuck stat experience really does. Again, not tonight. I'm actually probably going to wrap up because I just lost my second fucking Pokemon for the night, and it's ducks. I'm sorry, ducks. God damn. Goodbye, ducks. God, you were fucking high level too. I put so much into you. I think I'm out of guys to catch too. So I've got 5. I've got 5. One was free. I have to go to fucking Ann next. The ride never ends. Alright, so we're going to wrap it up there. Again, please, I implore you, go read this. It's a Hard Life. It's so worth the read. It was so good. I'm going to be dumping every fucking freeform thought on the comic in Twitter tomorrow. It will be painful. No one will be spared any quarter. Yeah. Maybe actually some progress tomorrow. Maybe I'm just going to lose everyone else. Maybe I'll lose Kuka. Yeah, based in Doke Pill. We can. The Doke ride never fucking ends. Hail the king. Hail Caesar. Hail Doke. The one who never dies. How is he level 30? When did he level up? God damn, fucking Doke. Piss off. Jesus. Anyway, good night. Godspeed. Go read. It's a Hard Life. I'm probably gonna go read it again tonight. I don't need to. I need to go to bed. I got a long day tomorrow. I'm probably gonna go read it anyway. Oh well. Good night. Fuck off.